Erin was meant to be here today. We had already made plans to come. She'd started writing little notes about what she was going to say. I found those notes in her phone, and all her notes were about Gabriella. So her speech was just going to be about Gabriella, basically. But in one of her notes, she wrote this, and I've been trying to make some sense out of it. And she was making these notes when she was dying. She knew she was dying. And she wrote, "I look through my eyes. I see you now, a fighter, a spirit. But sadly," and then there was nothing else after that. She knew she was going to die. Her way of telling me that she was going to die was the saying, "Everything is wrong." She couldn't put it into any other words. Either that, or she didn't want to put it into words to save me. Erin and I had to talk about what was going to happen to her. When she passed. And this is where Gabriella came in to help Erin again, So we spoke about Gabriella and the strength she had, and the reason why these girls, met each other. It all seems to have happened for a reason. And we spoke about how wonderful and beautiful it was going to be, to meet Gabriella again, and they could do their silly videos that I didn't know anything about until I come home from Curefest last year. And that helped Erin, and she had a smile on her face, knowing that she was going to see Gabriella again. And that just made it just kind of made it okay. In the hospital when Erin was dying, on the Saturday night, and we're in a completely different time zone from you. On the Saturday night around 8 p.m, the consultant was called in because it was the weekend, and he basically said that Erin was going to go within, the next few minutes, or then it was the next half hour when she was lasting a bit longer, etc., etc. He said if she had any more morphine, it would be euthanasia. And he sat around waiting on her dying. And she was making horrible noises. It was horrible. But we moved her and around, and then she just looked as if she was sleeping. And she held on overnight. Everyone was astounded by why her heart was still beating. But by the morning, I thought she's waiting until Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and she did. So she waited to 50 minutes into Childhood Cancer Awareness Month before she took her last breath, and she controlled that. And I know she orchestrated that, because that would make a big difference. I love you, Erin, and I'm sorry that you're not here to be speaking today, because you would have done it a lot better than me. But be happy where you are. Mama loves you forever.